All right. So very warm good evening to all of you and welcome to another very amazing session on Shiksha. I'm Bhagyashree here, your moderator for this session. And of course, we know the topic for today's session is the prep series that we're doing for SBI Clerk Exam. And today we are talking about logical reasoning. And before we start off with your queries, I'd like to welcome our panelists joining us. Just a second. So we have today Mr. Rajat Khandelwal, CEO from 4D Education Hub. Firstly, sir, I'd like to extend my warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining us here for the very first time. And what would you like to say to all the aspiring students here?
Hello, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with students. So I'm very happy to share everything regarding logical reasoning, how to prepare for the exams, what all can you expect, what all study material do you want to refer. So I would like everyone to share your queries with me.
Definitely.
And I hope everyone is geared up because exams season is, it's going to come in next 3-4 months. All the exams are lined up.
Yes.
So hope everyone is ready to kickstart their preparation.
Absolutely. So before we start with the queries and about this particular session, I would actually request you to please brief about yourselves. Like we could see that the venture that you are already working is an IIM alumnus venture. So I'm sure a lot of students are curious to know a bit about yourself.
Yes. So I'm Rajat Khandelwal. I'm an MBA in finance from Christ University, Bangalore. So 11 years ago, I started this venture 4D Education Hub. And since last 11 years, we are teaching students for various competitive exams like banking, SSC, and other railways, insurance exams, all these entrance exams.
Right.
So I've been training logical reasoning since last 15 years. So it's been a great journey and love to interact with students and solve their queries.
Right.
So
I think that that's great. I mean, I'm sure the experience that you have, it's very, very enriching. That will be actually very enriching. We had a session with 4D Education Hub previously for English. And yes. I know they have loved the session with Shreya sir, and they're going to love the session with you as well. All right. So, so good to see all of you. Very good evening to all of you here. Let's just start off with the session. So we did already 2 sessions, like one was for maths and one we did for English. So I'm sure they have a few idea about SBI Clerk Exam. So when it comes to logical reasoning, I would just like out of curiosity would like to know, like, is it very difficult to crack SBI Clerk Exam? Or is it something that can be done with a lot of practice and patience, of course?
It is doable. See, although the competition is quite high, it's tough, right? Yeah. But if you do practice, if you follow a proper strategy, it's doable. It's not something which is, which is very, very tough, and it is not like UPSC.
Okay.
Right? So it's quite doable. An average student, if he gives 4 to 5 hours daily and consistently, it is crackable. So as far as logical reasoning is concerned, logical reasoning is supposed to be a very interesting area, right? Yeah. Because see, some people, they are afraid of numbers. So maths seems tough. But in logical reasoning, it's like puzzles. जैसे हम लोग बचपन में पहेलियां solve करते थे, right? वैसे ही puzzles है. It's like you can just put on some good music and you can start solving logical reasoning. So it's quite interesting. It's not at all boring. And if you see the weightage of logical reasoning in prelims, it's 35 questions, and in mains also weightage is quite high, 50 questions for logical reasoning, and 60 marks are there. So it's easy area as compared to maths and English. The people who are from Hindi background, they face difficulty in English, but logical reasoning is basically an area where each and every student can score high marks.
Absolutely. So I think this makes give them a clear idea. Also, like for eligibility, we have already told this a number of times that you can be graduate from any stream for like sitting for this exam. There's no
Yes,
such criteria that you have to be from science or commerce or background. If you have graduated from any of the streams, I think that's the eligibility criteria that you can actually sit for this exam, right?
right, right,
Okay.
right.
Right. Okay. So, because I think some of the aspiring students who are sitting for the first time, they have a lot of confusions that can we say, is there any particular clause that we need to have, before appearing for this exam? Also, sir, like, if we talk about SBI clerk as a profile, as a position that, they are preparing, they're sitting for the exam, what benefit, students have for this particular exam?
Benefit as in, sorry, I
As in,
didn't get it.
after clearing the exam, what all they can look up
Okay,
to?
see, first of all, you will get a public sector job. It's a secured job, right? You will get many benefits. The benefits which are there in any public sector job, like medical facilities. You'll get housing allowances. You'll get job security. And banking is supposed to be a very safe and good job for, especially for ladies. Generally, ladies don't prefer railways, or any other core areas. So banking is supposed to be a very efficient and very safe place to work. So you'll get many perks. You'll get in some good, like in SBI, you'll get allowances for newspaper, for housing, everything. So it's very good. It's a very good place to be work with. And if you are aspiring for banking industry, I think after RBI, SBI then is the next place.
Right, great. I think that explains well. So just coming to the exam syllabus, of course, that's a very important part for the session. Like, what exactly is the exam syllabus for logical reasoning?
Yeah. So see, the logical reasoning section, 50%, in fact, more than 50% of this section comprises of a topic called puzzles. So weightage of puzzles is quite high. Puzzles basically means you'll get questions on seating arrangement and on different type of puzzles. Like there are questions based on floors. 8 to 10 people are staying in a multi-floor building, and then you will be given conditions, and then you have to form a table and you have to solve around 6 to 7 questions based on that puzzle. So these puzzles, there are different types of puzzles. One is flow based puzzles, one is row based, where you have to arrange people in a row in a circular table. Then there are puzzles based on months, years, and date of births. So there are many different types of puzzles, and puzzles is basically the most important part of logical reasoning section. So to crack logical reasoning, one has to be good at puzzles, first thing. Then after puzzles, there are a few topics. Like there is a topic called directions, blood relations, coding, decoding. These are topics, are small topics, but they carry weightage of around 2 to 3 questions, and you can solve these topics quite fast. These are easy topics. These are supposed to be easy topics. Okay. And then there is a topic called critical reasoning, which is important with the perspective of mains exam. So critical reasoning again has a good weightage. Around 7 to 8 questions comes from critical reasoning, and it is you can say that it is more related to reading. It's not very something which is very like typical logical reasoning topics. It's not like that. It is more inclined towards reading part. So it's theoretical. So critical reasoning has a good weightage in mains exam. And apart from that, there are few topics which might come, which might not come. There is a topic called input output. It's also important topic. If it comes, there are 5 to 6 questions which comes from input output topic. And then there is a topic called alphabet series. It generally comes in prelims exams, and again it comes in form of set. So if it comes, then you can easily crack 4 to 5 questions within 2 to 3 minutes. So this is an overview. See, in logical reasoning, apart from puzzles and critical reasoning, most of the topics are quite easy. And the best part is you can solve it within seconds. You don't need to spend much time. Only puzzles, it is time taking and it is quite risky. Risky in the sense, if you start solving questions with puzzles and if you get stuck, then it might, it might suck up your a lot of your time, and you might end up solving less number of questions. So what we suggest students is start with easy topics, start with easy questions, and then in the end you can solve puzzles. So this is just an overview.
Right. So as you, sir, spoke about puzzles, is there any trick, I would say a shortcut method or something, that students can use to solve puzzles during the exam?
See, there are many tricks. There are many tricks. It is difficult to explain it, on this platform, because you need to study it and you need to practice it and you need to practice those tricks to solve puzzles. So few things which you can look for is, if there are lots of information given, if it's a big puzzle, then it can be an easier puzzle, because the more information is given in the puzzle, the easier it is to solve the puzzle. Okay, but again, it is something which you can't do within seconds. You need to spend time, because generally the puzzles are big and you need to, there's a lot of information which you need to use to solve it. So it takes time, but with practice you can improve, and you can improve on speed and accuracy. So it needs lots of practice.
Also, just wanted to know that for SBI prelims and for the mains, are there two different exam patterns that they follow, or the pattern is similar like for both?
Pattern is similar. See, number of questions are different. In prelims you have 35 questions, in mains you have 50 questions. Few topics are there which are generally asked in prelims but not in mains, and few topics which are asked in mains and not in prelims. Most of the topics like puzzles is asked in both the both prelims and mains. Okay, few topics like blood relations, directions, they can be asked in prelims and mains. Syllogism. So 2 or 3 topics are there which are exclusively asked in prelims, like alphabet series is generally asked in prelims, not in mains. Inequalities is generally asked in prelims, not in mains. And there's a topic, as I discussed before, critical reasoning. It is generally asked in mains. It has been never asked in prelims as such.
Right. So I think there is a question from Erica, and she wants to know about syllogism and inequalities. She says that both are a bit difficult. So can you teach some tricks to solve them?
Okay. Yeah, Erika, see, what I would suggest is you search some good videos on YouTube, because it's a big topic. Like syllogism, there are many concepts you need to study. So syllogism basically is based on Venn diagrams. Okay, there are few channels and few places where you will get very good explanations of syllogism thoroughly. So what I would suggest is just go through those videos, just learn the concepts, basic concepts of Venn diagrams, and then apply those concepts on syllogism. In syllogism, basically you will get statements and conclusions. So you need to learn to draw Venn diagrams based on statements. Once you start doing that, syllogism will become easy. It's very logical and very simple topic, but you have to have your concepts clear. That's it. And inequalities also, again, inequalities and syllogism are very much related, because in inequalities also you will get statements and conclusions. There you have to find the relation between variables in an equation. So you need to learn to read equations. It can be solved orally. You don't need to use pen also in inequalities. So there are few concepts like open gate, close gate concept, where you can just, you can use the symbols as gates. Open gates, greater than symbol is open gate, closed gate, less than symbol is closed gate. And then you can read the equation using this open gate, closed gate concept, and you can solve it easily. But then see, you need to spend time to learn the concepts first. Once you are thorough with the concepts, you can solve questions. So yeah, that is it about syllogism and inequalities.
Right. So I think that helps Erica, right? Okay. So Vaibhav wants to know, sir, can you recommend few channels, certain videos? Okay, good videos. So would you like to recommend some of them to the, to them?
Yeah, see, there are few videos which are available on 4D's channel, on our channel. You can go through those videos also. There are few teachers. Abhishek Lamba sir is there. His videos are also good. You can go through those videos also. Bankers Adda's channel is there. You can find good videos from that channel. So you can see these videos and you can get the concepts, and then you can apply those concepts and practice the questions.
Right. I think Vaibhav, Erica, I think that would help you, right? Okay. Yes, Jitendra, I will be discussing about seating arrangement as well, like how to solve the seating arrangement questions. So if you can discuss on that.
Yeah, seating arrangement. Actually, the thing is, no, these are the topics. If I need to discuss these topics in detail, I need, board and writing pen and everything. It's like I can't teach these topics, or I can't give a shortcut, because these are areas where, you need to have a proper setup of classroom. So right now, what I can do is I can give you tips and tricks on how to prepare on these topics. I can't teach you these topics now. So see, seating arrangement basically comprises of questions where you will be given information about people. There are 8 to 10 peoples, and they'll be sitting in a straight line or around a circular table, और बहुत सारा information दिया रहेगा कि कौन किसके लेफ्ट में बैठा है, कौन किसके राइट में बैठा है. तो आपको बेसिकली करना क्या है, यू नीड टू रीड दोज इंफॉर्मेशन एंड यू नीड टू स्टार्ट अरेंजिंग पीपल यूजिंग दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. So what I would suggest is, there's a book called Logical Reasoning by R.S. Agrawal. It is a very basic book. उसमें जो questions है, it is not quite relevant to banking exams because it is very basic book. But then to start with, it's a very good book. So if you are a fresher and you are starting your preparation, you just go through that book. You start solving that book. There is theory given in that book. You start with the theory. It's self-explanatory, and then start solving easier questions, simple questions. Once you are well aware, well acquainted with those easy questions, then you start moving a level up higher, and then start solving questions more pertaining to the banking exams. So that is something which will help you. Start with easy questions.
Absolutely. Okay. Anant is asking about how to solve the blood relation problem.
Okay. See, blood relations जो chapter है, it is actually very tricky in the sense it is easier for the people who are well aware about the relationships in their family. अगर आपको अपने फैमिली में चाचा, मामा, बुआ, मौसा, ये सब बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आते हैं, रिलेशंस बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आते हैं, तो ब्लड रिलेशंस विल बी अ इजी टॉपिक फॉर यू. बट देन देयर आर फ्यू पीपल जिनको रिलेशनशिप्स समझने में ही दिक्कत होती है. So for them, it will take effort to excel in blood relations. Okay. So see, to solve blood relations, you need to practice making family trees or family charts. So there are few symbols and notations which are used to draw a family tree. Start drawing and practicing family trees. Once you are expert in that, then you start solving blood relation problems. There are 3 types of problems which are basically asked in blood relation. One is a simple word based problems, wherein you will given a person who is introducing another person in a bit complicated way. Like if I have to introduce my sister, I won't say that she's my sister, I'll say that she is daughter of my father's wife, suppose. I'll say like that. So you need to first understand the language, because language थोड़ी सी complicated दी होती है blood relations में, तो आपको एक language पहले clearly समझना होता है, and then you have to just think about your family. So जो भी relation दिया है, आप अपने family में उसको लेके सोचो, and then you will find the answer. Okay. And then there are problems where big problems, yeah, caselet type problems, where you need to prepare family tree. So try practicing the family tree. If you are able to draw family tree, so blood relations would be simple for you.
All right. Yes, Pavan, I have seen your question. Don't worry, I'm taking up your question. Okay, so this is an interesting question. Of course, Pavan is saying that sir is coaching offline class important for preparation? I mean, is it necessary to take offline classes, or they can self prepare also by themselves?
See, I would suggest people to take offline classes, because you'll get a guided approach. You'll get proper approach. You can prepare self also, but then self preparation mein hota hai ki you will need more time. You'll need at least an year to prepare, but with proper training and proper guidance, you can do it in within 5 to 6 months. So I would suggest, if you can, if it's available, if good offline courses are available in your city, take a good class and then start practicing questions. It will be beneficial.
Absolutely. Hitesh, regarding the exam notifications, I have shared the link for Shiksha. We have all the important information regarding this particular exam on this page. So please keep a tab on this page, and keep, because we keep updating this sheet whenever the notifications are out regarding the exam, the admit card, everything is there on this page. So please check this page, and probably you'll get all the information, right? So don't worry on that. We are constantly updating as we get the information. Okay, Ravikant, please describe about syllabus. You want to know about the syllabus for reasoning that I think we did discuss some time back.
Yes, we did discuss the syllabus. You just go through the video once again and you'll find it in the initial phase of the video. I have explained the syllabus thoroughly.
Right. And this video will be there on YouTube, like forever. It's there on our platform. So anytime you can go back and check, right? Okay. How to solve a question in 40 seconds? That's the question from Gavi Appa. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So see, again, you can solve the questions in 40 seconds, but not every question in reasoning. Like I told, puzzles is something which will take time. It will take at least 3 to 4 minutes of time if you are good in puzzles. So puzzles you can't solve in 40 seconds, but yeah, there are chapters like directions, blood relations, syllogism, inequalities, alphabet series. These topics questions you can solve in 40 seconds. So see, there is nothing like there are few tricks which will help you, but then ultimately it's practice with which you can improve on your accuracy and your time. So first, the thing is, whenever you are starting preparation, just first forget about the time, learn your concepts, start solving questions. First priority should be you will be able to solve questions. Once you are well acquainted with the topic, you are comfortable, then you start solving questions with timer on. Just put half an hour timer and target to solve at least 50 to 60 questions. So once you start doing solving questions with timer, you will improve on your speed.
Okay. Requesting all of you, just drop your questions in Q&A itself, right? Okay. Coming to the next question. Most welcome, Hiteshi and Ravikant. Okay, Anant wants to know how get the day in year, which formula is used. Sir, I am not too sure about the question. How to get the day in year?
Okay. Yeah, so this is actually I got your question. It is related to a topic called calendars. This topic is asked in SSC exams, not mostly in banking, but in SSC exams. So see, there is a formula again. I can't explain it over this platform right now. If you go through a video, or if you are joining a coaching institute or anywhere, if you are preparing from somewhere or if you are referring a book, you just go through it, you will get a formula. There are different formulas to get a particular day in a year. There are different tricks, but then to explain that I would need a proper session for that. I can't explain it orally right now. Okay, so it is very easy. I mean, if you prepare it, if you learn the concept, you will be able to solve it orally within 20 seconds. Okay, Anand. So इसका एक फॉर्मूला होता है, बट देन आई कांट एक्सप्लेन इट राइट नाउ बिकॉज आई नीड प्रॉपर equipments to explain you everything related to that topic right now.
Sorry. Okay, a lot of you are asking about exam dates. Like Devendra has just asked. I'm sharing that link again. So please just follow the link. The notifications will be out soon, right? You'll get all the information there. Okay, let me come back to the question. Bhukya. Okay, Bhukya is asking, ma'am, can I write the exam in BTech third year?
See, actually you can't write the exam. You need to be graduate to write any exam of banking. So you need to finish your graduation, and then after you can write the exam. So if you are in third year, wait for 1 year, start preparing now. Once you have cleared your exam, then you can give all the banking exams.
Right. So, Bhukya, for the next 1 year, you need to concentrate on your final exams for graduation, and you can start preparing, right? Okay. Jitendra is asking how to solve puzzle. Can you say some important rules to solve puzzle?
Okay, see, for puzzles, no, you need to do one thing. जो भी information दी होती है, start writing those informations in short form. ठीक है, कुछ सिंबल्स वगैरह यूज करके ना आप वो इंफॉर्मेशन को पेपर में लिखना स्टार्ट करो. ठीक है, वंस यू हैव रेड द होल पजल एंड ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन इज देयर इन योर पेपर, देन यूजिंग दोज इंफॉर्मेशन. जिस भी एक डाउट बहुत से स्टूडेंट्स को होता है पजल्स में कि कहाँ से स्टार्ट करें, वो समझ में नहीं आता है. फ्रॉम वेयर शुड वी स्टार्ट, बिकॉज बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन होती है, राइट? सो अ सिंपल थंब रूल इज, जिस भी वेरिएबल से सबसे ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन कनेक्टेड है वहां से यू कैन स्टार्ट. जिस भी पर्सन के बारे में या जिस भी वेरिएबल के बारे में सबसे ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन दी हुई है, यू कैन स्टार्ट विद दैट वेरिएबल, एंड फिर यू कैन स्टार्ट कनेक्टिंग एंड कनेक्शन फॉर्म कर करके यू कैन स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग पजल्स. अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज, आजकल जो पजल्स आ रहे हैं थोड़े डिफिकल्ट होते हैं. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज, यू कैन, जैसे सपोज सर्कुलर टेबल का पजल है, what you can do is you can simultaneously form 4 circular tables और सारी information को उन चारों में fit करते जाओ. So 2 or 3 of them get eliminated easily, and the last one which will be remaining will be your final correct arrangement. So start doing that. That will help you.
Right. I hope that answers your query, right? Okay. Coming to the next question from Mansa. Sir, can BTech biotechnology students from Agriculture University, are they eligible for AFO post?
Yes, I think they are available. I'm not quite sure about it. AFO, okay, forest officer, I guess. Okay, so see, I'm not quite sure about this. You can just go through go through the notification once. If it's forest officer post, I guess agriculture background students should be eligible. Okay, agriculture field officer. Okay, Mansa. Okay, I guess you should be eligible. You should be eligible for that. Bhagishi, you are not audible. Should I take the next question? Okay, I can see Alicia asking for books for IBPS PO exams. So Alicia, if you are starting your preparation, what you can do is you can start with a book called R.S. Agrawal, जो कि बहुत बेसिक्स की बुक है. बेसिक लेवल के क्वेश्चंस, थ्योरी आप वहां से प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो. एंड वंस you are comfortable with the basics of the chapters, then you can go for books from any the thing with logical reasoning is there is not a single book which has all the chapters thoroughly which is given in any book. So what I would suggest is, पहले आर एस अग्रवाल से आप बेसिक कर लो, एंड देन यू गो फॉर स्टडी मटेरियल फ्रॉम इधर बैंकर्स अड्डा, और यू कैन परचेज स्टडी मटेरियल फ्रॉम एनी गुड कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट. उनकी जो रेफरेंस बुक्स रहेंगी दैट वुड बी बेटर. अदरवाइज अरिहंत पब्लिकेशन की लॉजिकल रीजनिंग की बुक आती है, दैट ऑल्सो वुड बी हेल्पफुल.
Right. I think I'm audible. I'm so sorry for that technical glitch that happened.
That
I just
happens.
lost my audio. Okay. So, all right. So, yes, we were discussing about all the queries. No, so also I can, I think if you can like share all your queries. So like preparing for like if we create a time plan or a time strategy that they have to, divide the time, entirely for SBI clerk and give time to each of the sections. So particularly for all the different sections, what should be their ideal time management? And since they have time now, how should they
For
proceed?
preparation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So see, as far as logical reasoning is concerned, what I would say is कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे हैं जो आप डेली सॉल्व करो. ठीक है, लाइक पजल्स. Suppose you have around 60 days of time to prepare, right? So start solving puzzles, and daily you solve around 5 to 6 puzzles. Okay, so puzzles is something which needs lots of practice, and it should be done throughout the preparation time. ठीक है, तो daily 5 puzzles, make it a habit to solve 5 puzzles daily. Okay, apart from this, around 3 days per topic you can give, like 3 days you can give for directions, 3 days for blood relations, 3 days for all the other topics, right? So if you do it like this, I guess around 45 days would be enough to prepare logical reasoning. And if you give around 3 hours daily for logical reasoning, 45 days would be enough.
Right. So I think that is how they can plan up for
You can plan
their
like that, right?
preparation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Deepika is saying, sir, reasoning की S Chand book कैसी है? Okay.
It is basic level book. बहुत ज्यादा उसमें अगर बैंकिंग एग्जाम्स में अभी जो लेवल आता है रीजनिंग का, वो काफी अच्छा हाई लेवल के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सो एस चैन की जो बुक है वो बेसिक लेवल की बुक है. अगर आप स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं प्रिपरेशन तो यू कैन रिफर दैट बुक, but then after that you will need something, some book which contains questions which are of higher level.
Right. Okay. SBI Clerk Exam syllabus based for RBI and railway jobs. Okay.
Okay, I guess you are asking कि SBI clerk के जो syllabus है. Okay, so basically see, all the banking exam syllabus is same, and in fact all the other government job exams also syllabus is same. सिर्फ level of questions vary करता है. Railways and SSC वगैरह में जो reasoning का level आता है, it is very basic level. Banking में reasoning का level another scale में होता है, काफी difficult होता है, right? So if you are preparing for banking exams, automatically आपके जो railways, SSC वगैरह के exams है वो cover हो जाएंगे.
Right. Pawan, if you can just share your question again. I think I lost your question. So if you can like reshare your query, right? Okay. Deepika is asking, please recommend some high level books for banking.
Okay, so Deepika, what I would suggest is Arihant की एक book है, ठीक है? It is a decent book. It's not very good, but you can start preparing for that book. Apart from that, you can purchase study material of either Bankers Adda, or you can purchase study material from 4D's 4D Education Hub also. We have good study material for reasoning. So from any of the good coaching institute you can purchase their study material. That would be better.
Right. Okay. Devendra is asking, sir, diploma से apply कर सकते हैं?
No, you need to be a graduate.
So that's one eligibility that you will have to, you cannot ignore it, right? So you'll have to be a graduate, right? Okay. Simran is asking, sir, if we prepare for logical reasoning for IBPS PO exam, we would be able to score good marks or not?
Of course you would be. You need to practice. If you learn the concepts thoroughly and you practice regularly, of course you would be able to score good marks, no doubt about it.
Right. Yes. So Simran is saying that if we start now from scratch, what to do, sir?
Okay, see, if you're starting now, as I suggested, first learn the concepts from see, if you have joined any coaching institute, very good. If not, then either watch some good YouTube channels. I've named a few channels. You start with that, or you buy a book called Logical Reasoning by R.S. Agrawal, Verbal and Non-Verbal Ability by R.S. Agrawal. Start learning from that book. उसका theory part भी अच्छा है, questions भी basic level के. Start with that book and then move to higher level books which I have already mentioned.
Yeah, so just go through that, right? This meeting is only for today, but the video will be there forever, so you can always have a look. Okay, let's move to next question from Shiv Nandan. So Shiv Nandan is saying that, sir, reasoning, coding, blood relation, puzzle, alphabet, sitting arrangement, and so many topics. Reasoning is a big syllabus. How to cover so much of syllabus?
Okay, see, sorry, I didn't get the name.
Shiv Nandan.
Shiv Nandan. Okay, Shiv. So Shiv, do one thing. पहले एक लॉन्ग टर्म गोल बनाओ कि आपका टारगेट कब का है. सी सपोज यू हैव अ टाइमलाइन ऑफ 3 months. 3 months में आपको लॉजिकल रीजनिंग प्रिपेयर करना है या सारा सिलेबस प्रिपेयर करना है, ठीक है. देन आई वुड सजेस्ट कि 3 hours पर डे आप लॉजिकल रीजनिंग के लिए रखो. 3 hours पर डे फॉर 3 months वुड बी इनफ फॉर यू टू प्रिपेयर लॉजिकल रीजनिंग. और उसमें फिर जब आप टाइम डिवाइड करोगे तो 1 hour यू कीप फॉर पजल्स इटसेल्फ, क्योंकि पजल्स का सिलेबस में 50% वेटेज है, हाईएस्ट वेटेज पजल का है. तो ऑफ कोर्स लॉजिकली हमको सबसे ज्यादा टाइम पजल्स में ही देना चाहिए एंड इट नीड्स प्रैक्टिस. सो डेली 1 hour पजल के लिए रखो. बाकी के 2 और 2.5 hours जो आपके पास बचेंगे उसमें आप 3 days अ वीक एक टॉपिक के लिए आप रखो. मतलब 3 days सपोज आपने डायरेक्शंस को दिया, फिर नेक्स्ट 3 days आप ब्लड रिलेशन को दो, फिर नेक्स्ट 3 days आप अल्फाबेट सीरीज को दो. एक बार ये सारे टॉपिक्स हो जाएं अराउंड, सी अगर हम पजल्स को छोड़ दें तो अराउंड 10 to 12 टॉपिक्स हैं. तो 3 days भी अगर आप देते हो तो 12 3 जा 36 days में आपके सारे टॉपिक्स का एक बेस बन जाएगा. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट अगेन सेम 3 days के स्लॉट में आप हायर लेवल के क्वेश्चंस प्रैक्टिस करना स्टार्ट करो. So you'll be able to do.
Yeah, so I think Shiv Nandan, that will help you, so don't worry, right? Okay, so coming to the next question. Okay, regarding the last date to apply and everything for all the notification, I've already mentioned, I've shared that link again. So please keep a tab on the link that I'm sharing. So you'll get everything. It's still to be out, so you'll get all that information over there. So don't worry, just keep a tab on this, right? Okay, coming to another question from Pawan. Pawan says, should we give equal time to the particular question in the examination time? I mean, whether they know the answer or not, should they give equal time or they can like skip and move ahead?
Okay. थोड़ा सा मैं इसको और डेप्थ में आई वुड लाइक टू एक्सप्लेन दिस. एग्जाम में इफ यू आर अटेम्प्टिंग लॉजिकल रीजनिंग सेशन, फर्स्ट आई वुड सजेस्ट कि जो पजल्स होते हैं उसको लास्ट के लिए रखो. Many people do this mistake. They start with puzzle and once they get stuck with puzzle, उनका पूरा पेपर बिगड़ जाता है, because you will be down in your confidence. You have wasted your around 7 to 8 minutes in a puzzle and you are not able to solve it. So you will be in panic, or फिर it will affect your paper. So first I would suggest is start with areas which you are confident about. Suppose you are good in syllogism, you are good in blood relation, direction. Start with those areas. ये सारे टॉपिक्स के क्वेश्चंस you should be able to solve within 30 to 40 seconds. Like these simple topics: blood relations, directions, syllogism, inequalities, coding, decoding. These all topics, if you see these topics in exam, start with those questions. Okay, once you are done with these miscellaneous topics, then you go for puzzles. And then for puzzles, timing should be different. ये सारे topics का timing should be 30 to 40 seconds, but in puzzles, mentally be prepared that you might need 4 to 5 minutes to solve the puzzle. Be prepared for that, because nowadays the level of exam is quite high. Questions are very difficult. It's lengthy also, so you need to spend some time in puzzles. So till puzzle you should be done with your 15 to 20 miscellaneous questions, so you are now comfortable, you are confident, and then you can start solving puzzles without panicking. Because puzzles में generally ये होता है कि once you start panicking, no, you will miss some information, और फिर एक छोटी सी information भी miss हो जाएगी तो पूरा puzzle आपका बेकार जाएगा. So puzzle के लिए I would suggest कि पहले बाकी questions करने के बाद आराम से फिर puzzle को solve करो.
Right. Jitendra, I think you had the similar question about you're facing difficulty in solving jumbled problems based puzzle. So, sir, he's asking for some help. Like, what should he do?
See, jumbled problems again. What I would suggest is, once you are starting your preparation, no, take how much time you need. Don't focus on solving puzzles within 4 to 5 minutes. In 4 to 5 minutes initially, ठीक है, आधा घंटा भी लगता है. If you take half an hour, it's okay. First, our target should be that we should be able to solve the questions. Then you should work on your speed. So what you should do is start writing all the information which is given in puzzle. Start writing it on paper, okay, in a short form, and then start using those information to solve the puzzles. Once you start you learn how to use the information, then you should work on your speed.
Right. All right. Okay. Negative marking. Sir, is there any negative marking?
Yes, of course, there is negative marking. There is negative marking. 1/4 of the marks. I mean, if there is 1 mark for the correct answer, 1/4.25 marks is there for the negative answer.
Right. So you have to be like very, very careful. Okay. Coming to the next question, weightage for syllabus. What kind of weightage does the topics have for the syllabus?
See, as far as logical reasoning is concerned, 50% of the weightage is for puzzles, and rest all the chapters have equal weightage. Around 2 to 3 questions might come from directions or blood relations or syllogism or inequalities, like that. In mains, again, puzzles is 50%, and then input output, around 5 questions come from input output. Then critical reasoning has second highest weightage after puzzles. Around 7 to 8 questions at least come from critical reasoning. Apart from this, again, 1 2 questions from other topics.
Right. So I think that would help you. Okay. And December, Nial, can I crack this examination without going to coaching center? Please recommend some high level books. We have already mentioned about the high level books. I think twice sir has repeated. So Nial, if you could just go back to the video on YouTube and you can watch the video. He has mentioned the book's name. So you can refer to those books. And regarding cracking the exam without going coaching, sir, what would be your advice to him?
See, my advice would be, if any good offline coaching institute is available, please join, because it will give you a proper guidance, a proper strategy to prepare. Because otherwise, what you do is you start preparing haphazardly, and then it will take more time for you to be, prepared enough to crack an exam. So if it is available, I would suggest you to join. But if a good offline coaching is not there at your place, you can go for any good online coachings, like you have Olive Board's classes, online classes. You have Banker Sadda's online classes. You can join those classes to get a good overview of everything, and then you have to practice on yourself. There's no shortcut to success. You can't just go for a class and expect to clear exam based on that only. You need to practice yourself. So I would suggest, if it's possible, then okay. Otherwise, you can, I've already mentioned some books. You start with those books and start preparing at home. If your basics are good, no, you can start at home as well. You can crack exam with self preparation as well, but you need to have your basics, your basic foundation at place.
Right. A guidance or mentorship is very important at some
Yes.
point of time. Okay. Coming to Deepika. So in banking post, is preference given to BCom students? I am student of BSc Maths honors. Can I give IBPS exam?
You can give exam, but there is no preference as such. All the graduates are considered at same level. Okay, either BCom graduate or BSc graduate or engineering graduate or BA graduate, any graduate can give the exam, and they will all will be considered equally.
Yes. So you can prepare for the exam. Okay. Which syllabus is different in competitive exams? Anand is asking this.
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Yeah, even I think Anand, if you can like clarify a bit more on your query, right? Okay. So Pawan, most welcome. I hope all the questions that you have asked, I think sir has advised you very well. So all the guidance that he has said, please keep those things in mind and follow, right? Okay. Any online classes available on YouTube? I think 4D Education is there.
Yes,
for
we
online?
are there on YouTube. You can see our videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And apart from 4D Education Hub, also there are many online classes. You can go through Olive Board's videos, Banker Sutter's videos. There are many videos available nowadays on YouTube and everywhere.
Yeah, so I think Nandan also had the similar question. So I think I've already tagged him as well on on LinkedIn. So I think you can directly connect with 4D Education Hub also, right? For any information, right?
Yes, yes, of course. I'm available on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You can
So
connect.
you can directly connect with him. Okay. Priyanka is saying one of my friend is 20 years old, 28 years old. Can she apply for SBI Clerk 2022? Is she eligible?
Okay, see, actually, you need to check date of birth because 28 years is the
I think, sir, the detail that I could see here, any graduate candidates between 20 and 28 years can apply.
right. So she's 28, so she need to check her date of birth because in the notification it will be mentioned that if you are born on this date, after this date, you will be able to apply. So 28 years, she is on boundary line, so she need to check with her date of birth.
Yes. So Priyanka, you will have to suggest your friend for like cross-checking the birth date because she is on the borderline of 28. Because what I can see here is it's like between 20 to 28, right? So you have to check on that. So is there any limitations for attempts? Like how many attempts can they give?
No, no, no. There is no limitations as such. You in banking exams, you can give as many attempts as you want.
Just the age factor would be there.
Yes, just the age.
So if you're like between 20 to 28, like you can sit for the exams as many times, but the age eligibility has to be there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Serializing apply for IBPS exam for graduate appear. So we did not get what exactly are you trying to ask? I have few questions that we got during the registration process. So some of them are like asking that, sir, like how much would be the monthly salary, and is it possible to crack this exam and getting a job for a college student? So firstly, I think the college part is after you have completed, then only you can sit for the exam. But like, sir, kind of talking about the package or what they expect, ki after I clarify the exam, this
See,
is the
for
kind that I can expect.
yeah, see, if you are in a clerical post, if you join in a clerical post, your salary will be around 25 to 30, in between 25 to 30, depends on bank to bank because the variable part, the allowances will be different for different banks. So it should be around the range of 28,000 salary will be in that range. And then you can give your GIB, CIB, and you can get increments. And if you join for if you join for PO post, your salary will be around 40 plus 40 to 45,000 in that range.
Right. So I think that will help you to understand that what exactly are you looking at. So is there any other questions that any of you would like to clarify? So before that, I'm just launching the poll because we are moving towards the wrap up of the session. And I think sir has already answered like all your queries. But if there is still something left, you can like quickly drop in your question if there is any doubt that you want to know, or if there is any advice that you want. So I think we have the best person here. So please don't miss this chance. Whatever you have, query about SBI Clerk exam, you can like quickly ask here before we wrap up the session, right? So you can have all your doubts solved. I think all of you had got the gist, like what exactly you need to prepare and have. Sir, if you like talk about a last few tips that you would like to share with them, like as a whole, if they're sitting for SBI Clerk exam, what
Yes.
all tips would you like to give them?
See, I would suggest कि आप you just start preparing in a very planned manner. Generally, what people do is कि उन लोग एक एक chapter लेके start करते हैं, solve करते जाते हैं, but then they don't have a proper plan in place. So what you do is make a timeline, then make a timetable. Just timeline, by timeline I mean आपका next exam जो आप target कर रहे हो, exam कब है उसका एक timeline मान लीजिए. Suppose अभी the next upcoming exam is RRB PO and clerk. So you have around 60 days for that. So suppose if you want to target that exam, आप के पास 60 days हैं, then you start breaking the time into weeks. Per week का आप target लीजिए कि जैसे suppose a coming week you have to prepare suppose a topic of maths and suppose two topics of reasoning. Then you start doing it on daily basis. Ki first day I'll do this many questions of maths, this many questions of reasoning, and I'll do this for English. So start making timetables and then start following it. Generally what happens is we Indians are very good in planning, but then we lack in execution. So planning your work is important, but then working your plan is more important. So make a timetable, plan your whole 60 days, and then start working on it. Okay. There are few things which you have to do daily. Like in English, you need to solve RCs daily. In LR, you need to solve puzzles daily. In maths, calculations, the simplification and quadratic equation, number series, these three topics are very important. So you need to solve these three topics daily. Apart from this, you can segregate your time into weeks and days to plan other topics. So make a timetable, start sticking to it. You should be able to clear. And yeah, giving exams, giving tests, mock tests is very important. जैसे रीजनिंग की बात करूं तो start giving sectional test. At least give one sectional day per week during the starting phase of your preparation, and at the end phase you should give at least 2 to 3 sectional tests of reasoning to check where do you lack, कहाँ पे आप lack कर रहे हैं उसको analyze कीजिए. And जो loop holes बच जाते हैं ना preparation के बाद, there are few areas where you are lacking consistently, जहाँ पे आपके negatives हो रहे हैं, start again focusing on those areas. So this is the way to prepare for an exam.
Right. So any sources or online resources for taking up the mock test?
Yeah, see, Olive Board's mock tests are good. They're good. And then you have test book, Banker Sadda, practice mock. These are 3 to 4 good sources from where you can give the online test.
Right. So I think all of you can I think all of you have noted down already all the important books that sir has mentioned and the resources. And if you need to connect with 4D Education Hub, you can always reach out to him on LinkedIn and get connected, right? And if there is anything else also, probably you can have ask.shiksha.com. And regarding the notification, as I said, all the notifications will be here updated on this page on Shiksha. So regarding all that dates and notifications, please keep a check on this. And I've also shared the LinkedIn profile. So for the upcoming webinars that we are holding, so please follow us on LinkedIn. I'll be posting all the relevant information, the links that from where you can register, right? So follow us there. And even if there is something left, you can reach out to us via mail, right? So you can always send us an email and, answer, you'll get an answer back, definitely, right? So I think that would help us wrap up the session for today. But if there are any queries, you can always reach out to us on our mail. So just before we end, one last question. They have been preparing for a lot of competitive exams. They have been preparing for their boards. So there are a lot of things that students are going through. And I'm sure every webinar, I have the similar question that we are juggling with so many competitive exams. We're juggling with boards, a lot of graduation exams also. So that phase, what would you advise to all the students as a mentor?
Okay. See, again, it is all about planning. See, if suppose you are a student who is currently pursuing the final year of his graduation, so what I would suggest is don't compromise on your graduation exams. Focus on that. That should be your first priority. Okay. Apart from that, after that, if you are left with suppose 3-4 hours a day, you can spare for these competitive exams. See, the best part is with these competitive exams like banking or insurance or SSC or railways, 90% of the syllabus is same. So you don't need to study different things for different exams. This is the best part. Each of these competitive exams will be based on quantitative techniques, reasoning, English, GK and GS. This is the syllabus of every exam. There are few things which are which are different in each of these exams. That is just 10% of the syllabus. Okay. So syllabus is same. The kind of preparation is almost same. So what you need to do is, if you are pursuing your graduation, just spare 3 to 4 hours a day for these competitive exams preparation. Rest of the time you should focus on your graduation, and once you are done with your graduation, then you should focus at least 7 to 8 hours daily targeted for these exams. You should start practicing questions. You should start giving mock test. Many of the students, they feel that once the syllabus is complete, then they will start giving mock test, which is a wrong strategy. You should start giving mock test from day one of your preparation. Basically, giving mock test is a part of your preparation. Second thing which I would like to suggest is, again, many of the students, they feel when they will finish the whole syllabus, then they will start giving actual exams. So they miss out on few exams during the phase of their preparation. So again, giving exams is also a part of your preparation. There are few things, few mistakes which you commit on your exams under pressure. So once you start your preparation, any exam, any notification which comes, you need to fill the forms, you need to give the exam. Okay, you may or may not clear, that doesn't matter. Even if you attempt 20 questions out of 100, that's okay. But then there are few things which you actually learn on the exam day, on the actual exam. There are few things which you learn there. So once you start your preparation, start giving as many exams as possible. Even if you are preparing for banking and there are exams like insurance exams, SSC exams, railways exams, give every exam. That is a part of your preparation.
Right. Okay. Okay. Saurav says, dear sir, ma'am, I'm Saurav, an orthopedic disabled. Please help me in my competitive exam. Sort of like, which exam are you appearing, and sorry, like what kind of help are you looking, as in you want to join in any institute and you want doubt a session on that, or if you want you can connect with us post this webinar, right? You can probably share an email with us and let's see what we can do.
Saurabh, see, there is a quota for physically disabled people. There is a quota in each exam, so you will get benefit of that.
Yeah.
So just start your preparation and give the exams.
Yeah. And don't worry, I think there are, as sir has mentioned, that there are different reservations, so you can definitely work on that, right? Okay. So I think that comes to the end of the session, and I hope the session was beneficial to all of you. I think all your doubts got solved and you're now like prepared for the exam, but if there is anything that is left, you can always reach out to us. And thank you, sir, for taking out time and sharing all the suggestions, advices. You have answered, I think, all the queries that they have wanted to know, like every single question. So thank you on that note. And I think they have got a lot of guidance, the very right guidance that they were looking for, because I could see that in the feedback that they are happy to get those guidance that they were looking for. So sir, what would you like to tell the students before we wrap up?
So yeah, so I would like to tell everyone that be positive. Okay, don't get demotivated. Study in groups. If you have few friends, study in groups. Okay, it helps actually. So be positive, give your best, start preparing now. Don't wait for your graduation. If you are pursuing your graduation, don't wait for graduation to complete. Start preparing now, give effort, and I think all of you must be able to get through all the exams.
Absolutely. And I wish all the very best. And all your feedbacks are most welcome. So do share what all sessions are you looking ahead, right? And keep a tab on LinkedIn pages. All these experts are there connected with us. So whenever you want to connect with them, reach out for their classes. Please make good use of LinkedIn and our profiles, right? So they are connected with us. We can definitely help you get connected with them. Thank you so much to all the students. And sir, thank you so very much for being part on Shiksha's webinar.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It was a pleasure.